Where does French bread pizza rank?
Stouffer's, one of my favorite things in the
That
world.
was one of the-
But it's trashy. Yeah.
So trashy.
It is the classier.
Yes.
One of the classier frozen pizza options, though.
What's the
As a
garbage?
dirtbag kid, as a dirtbag kid, French bread pizza was just a little out of reach.
You might as well have been in
best, yeah.
Paris.
Yeah. Oh, but okay. So like the shittiest of all the frozen pizzas is I'm gonna go Mama Celeste.
That's up there.
That's up there.
Because the cheese was not even cheese; it was just
Yeah.
plastic. And then the worst are the balls of meat that were on them on the Supreme.
Any of like those really small individual ones. They sell at the dollar store. That's not great.
We were an Elios family.
Yeah.
That's how
What?
we rolled. Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, very different. I don't even think I had that brand.
Whoa, I'll still crush one.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Okay.
Frozen.
I'm not your
meals.
teacher, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I just like okay. I just
I'm
had.
like, can I tell her not to? Yeah.
I'm such garbage. The horrible the frozen dinners. Budget gourmet.
Oh,
I don't know that, but
they
it
were
doesn't
a
sound
tough
great.
Look.
Bad.
They were up there with Dinty Moore.
Yeah, dude.
Beef stew. Ooh, that was rank.
God.
Dude.
What about Salisbury steak? I feel like that's the trashiest of all the frozen dinners.
Swanson Salisbury steak and the Swanson meals back in the day
So good.
were pretty low rent, but they were great.
The thing about frozen Salisbury
So
steak
good.
is there's like a
God, I love it.
quiet
Oh, hungry,
implication that you're fancy for being frozen. You know,
Yeah,
that's like, hey, I got you some steak.
It's like a hockey puck.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
The real
I
nice
love
ones
it.
were like the lean cuisine.
Lean cuisine.
Like my mom would have
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
You always
Samesies.
wanted them.
I would eat.
She was those for her only. She's like, these are mine.
Yeah.
That same
Same
with the
thing.
French bread pizza.
Yeah.
That was after a long day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God,
You
there
were
was a
talking
premium
about
on those.
eating after you get back from school.
Yes.
I would crush like 2 lean cuisine ravioli trays.
Oh yeah.
And then my mom would come home like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, anything.
Yeah.
I would drink her, what do
Slim
they call it?
Fast.
The Slim Fast.
Slim
Like it was a soda. I didn't know. So I would drink
Slim
the
Fast
Slim
were all
and eat
right.
pretzels.
Are those pretty good?
Yeah.
Just
Chocolate
so
milk, dude. It's great.
But
It'll
had that.
get your head on straight.
I like post-school cereal, like going home.
Yeah,
all
that's
the time.
Any time of the day.
That's tight.
I like mixing it up too, because
Yeah.
we'd always have like a half a box of Rice Krispies, half a box of Rice Chex, or something like that, and I'd mix them all up together.
My
That's
Do
neighbor,
my own
dangerous.
thing.
my family wouldn't buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really?
Yeah, they would, but my neighbor would. I would go over there, and then the big payoff was just drinking the milk at the end.
Yeah.
It was just sugary milk.
My mom wouldn't buy any sugar cereal. She would buy Frosted Flakes, but they would be the off-brand. Literally, they were called
You were
Fristed
really
Flakes.
poor.
They were
I
called
think
what?
yeah.
Fristed Flakes or something like that.
Fisted flakes.
Yeah. It was like Tony the homeless guy was on the box.
Oh my god!
But anytime if she got sugar cereal, we would eat it. Like when she got back from the store, and she would freak out. I just
course.
bought that. You ate the whole goddamn box.
Of course.
So she wouldn't get it.
oh my god!
Dude, what about Kraft shaky cheese? That was a premium
Like
of shaky.
yeah, my family still uses it.
No
So do
need to
I.
refrigerate.
Yeah.
She loves that.
You put
And
that
we'll
shit in
have-
the
It's
hot
good.
sun.
We'll have the
it'll be all
fresh,
right.
the fresh parm, sliced, and she'll reach for shaky cheese over that. I'm like,
Love
wow.
I don't mind it. All that the cheese, the meats and cheeses. My wife's German, so like
Oh.
that's just introduced to me in my late 20s. Of like, you don't buy shaky cheese, you get a chunk of Parmesan and shred it yourself.
Are you guys doing? What's the snack situation now at the house? Like for the kids
Okay.
and you guys.
So I keep my kids trashy as fuck. First of all,
Respect.
Kraft macaroni and cheese only. I don't fuck with
All
no
the time.
Annie's organic. I like to keep
How
them
about
OS.
Velveeta?
Annie's ain't bad.
I like the bright
Velveeta
one.
if you had a little cage. back in
Velveeta
the
to
day.
me, can I
That
tell you
was a real
something?
cheese.
Yeah.
It was so fancy growing up that I still feel like that's a premium product that I don't deserve in my life.
Sure,
That's
it
why I
is.
won't
We
buy
would
it.
get it.
Velveeta shells.
Who can afford that?
Who's coming to
So
dinner
good.
with that?
Getting the ambassadors coming over. Yeah.
Oh, here's how I keep them trashy as fuck. Smoked sausage link or pigs in a blanket.
You talking about Little Smokies?
Hell
Hillshire
yeah.
Farm
No,
Little
but she'll
Smokies?
also take the
course.
I
thing,
used to eat them
slice
cold.
them, and then put them on the pan, so
pan.
they kind of
That's
crisp
nice.
up.
I do that. That's my move.
There's a
sausage.
Put them in like the size of like a quarter. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a
Char 'em
pantry
up.
at your house, I would assume, right? In the kitchen, you got a
Yeah.
pantry.
Yes.
You
Yes.
walk in.
Yeah.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
Oreo
Good for you guys.
cookies.
That's
He didn't
not-
ask about a pool.
That's
He didn't
all
have-
right.
You,
If you
you
got
guys
a
got a place for
pantry-
snacks, right?
Yeah, it's a good pantry.
Makes me
CheezIts, I
happy.
believe, are a premium too.
Primo.
Those
Nice.
were really
Still are.
Yeah.
It's a great brand. They know what they're doing.
So you have
Yeah.
cheeses at the house for the
I have
kids?
Cheez-Its at the house, Oreo
Mac and
cookies,
cheese, Oreos.
mac and cheese.
You do goldfish? Goldfish?
Of course. And those were premium when I was a kid, so I feel like my kids are really living now.
This is kind of a study in like behavior because like the oldest, he's 7. Kid has access to a lot of stuff. He literally will be like, I want this snack. Sometimes takes I don't know, 3 or 4 bites. He's like, I'm good.
That's crazy.
And just leaves them.
Yeah.
So you're like, wow, giving a kid the option to eat stuff. You know, he doesn't want
doesn't-
just bad
Yeah,
food
if you
all
give
the
him
time.
it. Hold on. Tom has a very secret white trash inclination.
Because you came out classy.
He came out classy.
You came out classy. Also, do you know you wrote down what you spent on the dinner, and we framed it.
Oh,
it's on our
It's on the set. It's on the new set. Yeah,
We
it's-
show it off when
fancy
people come
dinner.
over.
I should've-
We're like, take a look at Mr. Segura.
I don't know if I was specific enough about this, though, that it wasn't just like, how much for this dinner?
No, yeah.
We got to shut down a really, like a crazy restaurant and essentially throw an event. It was
Sure.
like an event.
Do you know what the closest number was to that?
What?
$750. We almost threw them out of the studio.
who was that?
I can't remember.
It was somebody.
It might have been David Cross. Shout out to him.
No, it wasn't. It was somebody with a little bit of panache too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they're like,
I spit at him. I said, get out of my
Get
fucking
the fuck
face.
out of
Jesus.
here.
We pulled the thing out. You see this? Go home and clean yourself up, you dirtbag.
Rub their nose in it.
So here's
50
Tom's
Okay.
secret
Yeah,
trash
what's my secret
inclination.
trash?
And I only buy this for him because no one
Okay.
else eats
Oh, I
this
like
shit
this.
in the
Ooh,
house.
I'm actually curious right now. I don't know what you're
You
about.
don't remember, dude?
I'm trying to remember.
American cheese.
Oh, I love. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't eat slices, but nothing is better on a burger for me than American cheese.
Gotta be.
Sure.
The
Are
way
you
it
talking
melts-
craft singles, or are you
Craft
doing
singles.
singles.
Or
Craft
from the
single.
deli, like when you get a
No.
pound of
No.
American
Craft
cheese,
single.
because that's great
Craft
too.
single. I would
I
Craft
would
singles.
never do that.
Craft singles.
Really? Kraft is the only brand that exists. I didn't know you could buy American cheese other
Really?
than
You don't go get a pound of American, pound of turkey?
blazing buffalo or something?
Never.
I get bummed when, even though I've had countless burgers with cheddar, or
Yeah.
whatever you have, American on a
the
burger.
best.
It is really
Forget
good.
I love it.
Forget
So
it.
good.
So
But it's
good.
not
Craft
good
singles
raw.
are awesome.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
my
usually
favorite.
stinks is when they put cheddar on it. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I want something a little salty, sweet.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little chemical flavor.
sweet.
Yeah,
Speaking
a little bit.
of burgers, will you cut your burger in half?
Ooh.
Normally, no.
Normally, no.
Normally, no. I mean, I've done it before, but I would say 90% of the time.
So let's say
I
you're
just-
eating your burger, right?
Yeah.
You pick it up, you take a bite.
Yeah.
Do you put it back down that, or do you invert it and put it on the top?
Oh,
shit.
good. I have done it, but I'm going with majority. Majority down.
Straight back down.
Straight
Majority
down.
down.
There's
Yes.
people invert.
You can invert it. That would be, to me, the classier.
It is
the
a classier
way.
because
Why?
what happens is those juices are so
On the bottom.
And the bottom bun is the
So,
smaller bun.
I've done that in the case where I think I sense it.
You're gonna fall
You're like,
apart.
oh, so then I do it. But I'd say most of the time I go down. the other
Okay.
way. Yeah.
Hold on. I have another trashy inclination that my husband probably forgot to mention.
Please.
Sure.
When he eats French fries,
Oh.
Oh boy,
he dips them in mayonnaise and ketchup.
very European.
That's
Ketchup
what the
and
frogs
mayo.
do. The
Yeah.
frogs do it all the
But
time.
My wife does it too.
mayonnaise,
Yeah.
I don't.
My entire life,
Yeah.
that
I've
was
wanted mayonnaise.
anti-American,
Yeah.
commie
Thank
bullshit
you. Thank you.
about dipping it in mayonnaise. And then
Yeah.
I did it once.
It's
and
great.
I'd been lied to my entire
The
life.
swirl. If you ever swirl it together, you ever mix them together.
You guys are
You
disgusting.
go
what
in
that
Europe,
is?
you go, give me red and white.
That's what
It's-
everybody's doing now. All these
It's special-
remulades, all that
it's-
bullshit. It's just a
Big
little
Mac
bit
sauce.
of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's Thousand
like
Island.
it.
You know, it's what we end up. It's
great.
My dad's favorite salad dressing, he would make it if he came home late.
Yeah.
Right? And he would have to make his own dinner.
Yeah.
He would take mayonnaise, ketchup, a little splash of Worcestershire sauce,
Yeah.
and some Parmesan cheese and whip that up, put that on a salad.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
that
couple
good?
of croutons on there. Good night.
Good
Let's go.
night.
Is that
Yeah.
Russian dressing?
Similar.
Dirtbag.
Yeah.
Your dad, because my dad, I don't remember if I told you this or not.
It's American dressing.
That's
right there.
American.
He-
Shit, homie.
You know, you when you're a kid, you do like what your parents
Of
would do.
course.
So he loved making. He would make steaks, serve them, and then like give you A1 sauce, right? So A1 was just standard.
Big A1.
I didn't know until I was, I don't know, probably like in college or something, that like A1 is basically to mask a shittier steak.
Sure.
That
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting like, so I didn't, and like as I discovered, it's like, oh yeah, the steak with its seasoning is supposed to be, if it's good,
Enough. It just should be that.
you tasting that. Otherwise, you're just tasting
The
A1.
sauce.
Dude, I took this guy, fucking 5-star steak. I mean, this is a $200 steak, and he'd be like, "Do you have A1?" And
I respect it.
one time I was like,
Hey, dickhead, grab me some ketchup, will you?
dude, we're at this Argentine restaurant. Like, that's like Argentina is
Sure.
you know, Texas, right? So it's just steaks. It's nothing but steak.
Steaks and
And
Velvet.
they go, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the server is like, okay, and then a different guy comes out of the back who's in like street clothes like me, and he goes, "Is there a problem?" And my dad's like, what's that? And he's like, is there a problem with the meat? And he's like, no. He's like, you want A1? And my dad goes, yeah. And he goes, you want to ruin the meat? Like
That would petrify
right?
me.
And I was like this, and my dad goes, yeah. and he didn't even. He was like,
Yeah,
just
did not
doused
even
it.
phased by it.
Starts doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Towards the end of his life, because I would work on this. I would take him to like these amazing restaurants. I'd be like, I would go, could you do me one favor? I could get whatever you want. Will you take one bite without that shit on it? He'd start to do it. And then one time, he gets this like fucking, I don't know what it is, like some crazy bone-in ribeye or
Tomahawk,
Wagyu.
something, yeah.
And he takes it, he goes, guess what? This doesn't even need A1. I was like, wow.
Yeah, $50 an ounce. It fucking shouldn't.
That's pretty cool, man.
A
Yeah.
big trash determination. Do you guys remember when Montreal steak seasoning came into your life?
Wait,
No,
what?
but
Really?
is
I
this
remember the
code?
night it happened.
You remember the night it
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Like you
It was-
lost your virginity.
Yeah,
100%.
They marinated chicken in it and blew my fucking tits off.
Yeah.
This is a regional thing, you guys.
Wow.
This is not a West. Do you have this, Nadav? Angelino's in the booth?
I
This
never
is
fucked
not-
with this. No.
Really?
This is
Listen, when you
coastal.
leave here, stop and grab something.
Do yourself
Turn your
a
life
favor.
around.
That's the move, huh?
Wow.
That's the move.
It's a real dirtbag. I mean, we thought we were fucking.
I remember getting people like everything was salt and pepper, and then I remember basically I don't know, probably in my 20s having that first friend that like was into barbecuing and grilling, who discovered seasoning things like really. Because now it's become this huge industry, and you go like, holy, and you learn that it was just a little bit of this.
A little bit of that. A
Yeah,
little bit of that,
it was, but I don't remember specifically Montreal steak seasoning.
Oh, wow.
How do you get your steak cooked? That's another big
That's
thing.
a
Oh
big
yeah,
thing.
that's a huge one.
What are you doing?
I'm medium rare.
Medium rare?
Gentlemen.
Medium.
Yeah.
Because I'm still distrustful of the man, but like I want to enjoy.
Now let me ask
little
you
bit.
this.
That's for mediums. Or anything over medium stuff
Is
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Terrible.
This is a couples thing.
Sure.
What do you do when you go out to dinner together and you get the porterhouse? Are you conceding to her and getting medium for
No.
her?
No,
Really?
I'll go his way, but I'll eat the ends.
She
and
will.
then
She'll
he'll
eat
eat the
because
middle.
those things are never. It's never
Yeah.
quite
Never fully
equally
cooked,
cooked.
yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be rarer pieces in the middle. You want to hear one? This is wild. Dave Oken. Shout out to Dave O, the greatest tour manager on God's. He's my tour manager. He's amazing. Just on top of everything. Knows production. Knows he runs the show. He just did this crazy 300 show tour with me. This guy, everywhere we've gone to like world-class restaurants on this tour. He eats his steak. He says, butterfly it.
No.
Wow.
Well done.
What?
So he wants it split
No.
and then cook the shit out of it. We were in Argentina at Don Julio, one of like the premier, like the destination places to go to in Buenos Aires. And we go there and it's a whole show and it's just like this unbelievable. And I always tease him. We always tease him because he's always like, sometimes when we're in steakhouses, he goes, butterfly, well done. They'll be like, what was that? And he's like, burn it. And they're like, okay. And we're in this place where the guy's like not really speaking English that well. And he's like telling him, he's like, córtalo así en dos. I was like, que lo separas así. Bien cocinado. And the guy comes back and he puts it on his plate and Dave cuts it and he goes, not enough. And
What?
I thought he was doing a bit. I was like,
Ew.
haha. And the guy's like, enjoy. And he's like, no. Put it
Nah,
back on the
bro.
grill. And the guy was like, what? And he's like, put it back. And I told him, I was like, I explained to the guy, I go, no, he wants it more. And he goes, yeah, it's too much. But here's the thing, there's always a story. Because I was like, why do you like it?
That's an emotional thing, yeah.
Why do you like
Sure.
it this cooked,
Sure.
right? He's like, make it beef jerky. And I'm like, why?
Gross.
Just get a burger.
As a kid,
Yeah.
his father liked basically just barely
Seared.
seared, bleeding, like almost raw meat. And that's the origin for him wanting it
Complete
the,
opposite.
the complete
yeah.
opposite.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
There's always a story, you know?
Yeah. Can I say this though?
Yeah.
A steak like that, which I've had,
Yeah.
ketchup's all right on it.
Yeah,
If
sure.
it's that
Yeah.
cooked, you put a little ketchy on it.
But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
when you're wet, you're wet. It's
Yeah.
raining. Who gives
Yeah,
a fuck?
exactly.
a little
But
Heinz.
You're
on a
already a
steak,
dirtbag.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing.
They're
if you-
already making fun of you in the
If
kitchen.
your solution is
Yeah,
like, let's
you're
get some
dead.
ketchup for this,
You're
you're
fucking
already,
dead.
you
You're
failed.
fu- yeah, you're
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Nice little mayonnaise in
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But that's actually the thing with the fries. That's the classier move.
Thank you.
The mayonnaise.
See,
It is.
It's
right,
I don't know how you
but-
say je ne sais quoi about mixing the mayonnaise.
But what you're saying is true. That I think it's changed with the times. That growing up in the '80s, that was tantamount to moving to Russia, the Soviet Union.
Oh, you'd be put on
And-
a list if you did
yeah.
that.
But now the times have changed. Do you remember the off-brand Hawaiian Punch? You're garbage if you know that.
I'm sure I do.
The
Who was it?
off-brand Hawaiian Punch is known as Tahitian Treat.
I didn't even know that was off-brand. I thought that was its own brand.
Yeah, I thought that was his own
That's the
thing.
reason I want to go to Tahiti is because of that drink. That's trash. Okay.
That Tahitian
All right,
Treat is
hey.
supposed to be fucking Hawaiian Punch, but it's like the shittier one. It's like the
Tahitian
dollar
tr-
store
Yes.
version.
I used to get it to the bodegas in college.
It's
I mean,
all
this is
Tahitian
garbage.
treat.
Ooh, mommy, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Look, try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out. Be her.